Yo, what's up YouTube? My name is Shisha Zed. I'm back, man, with another video for you. You know how it goes. No more wasting time. Let's get it. You guys want to know something interesting? I've been doing YouTube now for almost a year, right? And I'll tell you the truth. I rarely, and I mean rarely, actually am surprised when someone DMs me on Instagram, and sends me a video to react to. I'll look at it, because here's the thing. I've assumed by now that I can never underestimate people's levels of unpredictability, right? Irrationality, whatever it is, man. Human beings will surprise you, which leads me to our topic of today. So the story goes, a guy goes on a date with the girl. They go check out a movie together, right? While they're watching the movie, she's texting. And so he doesn't like that she's texting and he demands for his money back. She refuses and he decides to sue her. Yes, if you don't believe me, we're going to watch it together. Let's get into it.
This dude is suing this woman for texting during their first date. No joke.
She was behaving as though this behavior was perfectly normal. So much so that I actually thought to myself, who does this?
Brandon Vesmar met Crystal Cruz on Bumble, the online dating site. He took her to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on Saturday night at this movie theater in Austin, Texas. Really? Brandon paid $17.31 for each ticket. The date was going just fine.
Oof, $17. First date. I mean, my man over there, you know, is pushing it on that first date. You know, he went over my personal recommended budget for first dates. Oh yeah, call me cheap, man. Call me cheap. Why? Why am I careful? Because of shit like this, right? She has to earn that good date, fellas. Let's get back into this video.
Until
About 15 minutes into the movie, the phone comes out. It's text, 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 read, 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 text, text, text. I mean, it was nonstop.
My best friend texted me to make sure I was okay on my date. It was about a total of 3 texts.
Do you think your texting was obnoxious?
No, not at all.
Okay. I mean, we all think this is kind of ridiculous, right? It's hilarious. It's hilarious. But your best friend was texting. It probably wasn't a best friend, right? It's probably a guy friend. That's what I think. That's my story, and I'm going to stick with it. And that's probably what the guy thought himself. By the way, I want to mention this. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to talk throughout the whole thing. I'm going to mention this. Bumble is an app where the girls reach out to you first, right? They reach out to you, which is probably even more upsetting for a guy who's on that app. Am I trying to justify the man suing the woman over a date? No, that's ridiculous. No one do that, you know? Unless if you spent almost $50, then consider it. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not trying to justify it. It's petty. It's wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to see it on both sides, and I am a little bit biased. Why? Because I'm a man. Let's get back into this video.
But Brandon says he really got fed up.
I said, maybe you can take it outside. Like, you know, I've seen people get kicked out of movies for things like this. Next thing I know, she says, I'll be right back. Stands up, leans in. I'll be right back. Never saw her again.
Now, most guys would be like,
dang. He got ditched. That's why he was mad. He got ditched.
whatever, not a good match, move on. But not Brandon. The next day, he sent Crystal a text demanding his $17.31 back.
Petty as hell, man. This shit is hilarious. I'm sorry, man, but petty. This man has won the title, right? He gets it. From now on, in my mind, when I think of petty, it will be a picture of Brandon from the Insider Edition. Let's get back into this video.
Saturday was not only rude, but it cost me money. I want you to compensate me for the $17 movie ticket. Will you do this, or do I have to pursue the money in small claims court?
I text him back, this is insane. I am not paying you back for the date. I laughed it off because I didn't believe that it would come to this.
Here's what I really think, man. This chick seems like the type of chick who's used to doing this all the time, right? She probably left that guy got home with her girls and started talking about, I just left him. He was so rude. Oh my gosh. Like, can I please text? Like, what an asshole. She probably went to go get her back blown out by the guy she was texting. Or maybe not. Maybe she went back home to her friends. Either way, she ditched him, and she's probably used to doing that. And I bet it's not the first time she's done it, right? And she thought she would get away with it. Now, do I think men should do this? No. But from my assessment, she did not see this coming. It's somewhat satisfying. Why? Because a lot of guys go through this stuff, man. Let's get back into this video.
This is insane. I am not paying you back for the date. I laughed it off because I didn't believe that it would come to this.
But he meant it. Here's the paperwork Brandon just filed in small claims court.
Oh, man.
Demanding $17.31. He even claims Crystal's texting habit is a threat to civilized society. We thought we could help mediate, so our Megan Alexander brought Brandon and Crystal back to the movie theater where the date went south.
Crystal has something she wants to say to you.
What do you want to say, Crystal?
The date just didn't work out, and I will love to give you your $17.31 if you can just leave this alone.
I do accept the apology.
Here's your $17.
And the
This man is trolling her, man. This guy, she caught this man on a bad day, right? No man should be this emotionally involved with the woman and be this petty. At the end of the day, right? Do not do this. But she caught him at a good time where he had time and money to spend, because I'm assuming he spent more probably filing that claim than he actually did spending the date, right? You can tell by the way he's smiling that like this became way more than just the date. This shit became personal. Back into this video.
$17.31. Let's count it, right? Just to make sure it's all here. 10, 15, 16, 17, 31 cents. I appreciate this.
It's settled?
It's settled, man. Time to withdraw this court case. Absolutely. It's settled.
Don't bet on a second date for these two.
So there you have it, man. There you have it. And like I said, this is why I strongly advise guys, especially if you watch my channel, to keep your first dates at a minimum, right? Let's say she just had bad manners when it came to etiquette, right? Let's say she didn't understand, or she's just one of those people who just didn't give an F, right? She's going to text in front of you. That's something that you should find out at a coffee date where you're not spending much money. And honestly, in this situation, I don't think it was about the money. I don't. I think he was just being petty. But to avoid feeling like that, to avoid doing what he did, and I don't believe most people wouldn't, because that level of pettiness, man, is insane. But to avoid being in that type of a situation where you feel like you're being disrespected for your time, two things, right, that you can do. First, set the date cheap and low. Cheap and low. She has to earn that good date. She's got to earn that fancy dinner. You guys that want to take women out for dinner, the first date, they're disrespecting you, and you're just on the appetizers. You're going to have to deal with that shit for the rest of the meal. I mean, to me, it's just ridiculous. I would never do that, right? For reasons that I want to weed out women like that. Texting on the date is disrespectful, right? So if you can keep your first date at a minimum, then you can gauge like, hey, is this woman, this chick worth investing more into on future dates? And if she is, then it's a win for both of you, right? Because you get a cooperative woman because you vetted her, and she gets better treatment. She gets a better date. Now, let's say on the second date, she starts to act up and she starts to disrespect you. Instead of doing what he did, which is ask her to step out, because that's stuff that's like passive aggressive, of like people can get kicked out for this, and he's getting emotionally, triggered by her texting. You just ask her, say, hey, could you put away your phone while we're watching the movie? If you really feel like it's disrespectful. I would say personally for me, if I took a girl on a movie, I'm taking her to a movie because I want to see it, right? If she's going to text the whole movie, I'm not even going to make a big deal out of it. I'm just going to know that once this is over, we're over. But if you feel highly disrespected, or you're on a dinner date or something like that, you check her, and you don't have to be emotionally driven when you do it. Right? Calm, collective, respectful. Let her know, hey, I'd appreciate it if you don't text while we're talking. I appreciate it if you put your phone away. And most women will like that, right? You turn her on. Not only will you turn her on, but she'll respect you. right? That's a woman who is attracted to a masculine man, right? Who stands up for himself. But if she's one of these masculine women of our day, then she's gonna act up, and that's when you leave, right? That's when you excuse yourself, because she's shown you that she's not here to cooperate with you. And that's how you deal with that. But overall, man, this video is funny. I think this shit's hilarious, right? And I think more guys go through this than people realize. They would go through women who just like ditch him on dates. I think that's what probably triggered him to be like really upset. She probably left him on the date. He was watching the movie. He got 20 minutes in and he said, wow, she's kind of taking long and I wonder where she's at. 30 minutes and then the movie ended. And this dude realized that the girl just straight up ditched him and left him on her own. And she's probably used to doing that. And she was laughing on her way back. But Brandon had time today to set things straight. Now, do I think more guys should react that way? No, man. Don't get that emotionally involved. Wasting too much time and energy into a woman, right? She's triggered you. You're upset. That's too much time and focus in a woman. And guys, I'll say this, man. The whole like ditch somebody on a date and don't say anything is very disrespectful, right? You're purposefully just trying to be petty. That was petty of her to do that. But she didn't realize that he was more petty than her, right? She didn't realize that he was going to take that shit to the next level. But that idea of like just ditching people on dates and not explaining why you're leaving, you know, inconsiderate. Once you do that, in my books, you deserve whatever else is coming after that. Respect is key, and make sure you're careful who you disrespect, because you just might get more than you were asking for. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, man. I appreciate you guys very much. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Let me know what you thought of the content. My name is Chisha Zed. Until next time, man, I'm out. Peace.